Good morning, members of the press. Good morning, Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Bakri, Deputy Spokesperson, Mr. Sankano, Senior Government Officials, Deputy Permanent Secretaries, PSCs that are also present here today. And good morning to every Gambian, wherever you are, whether you are in the Gambia or outside of the Gambia. Before the press conference starts, I'd like to give updates from the government of the Gambia. The first update is coming from the Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment. Now the ministry wishes to inform the public that there is enough cement in the country. I repeat, they want to inform the public that there is enough cement in the country, far more than the national demand requires. That as of today or yesterday, the 4th of June 2024, the 3 companies that produce or bag cement in the Gambia, that is Gasem, Jar Multi Industries and Salam, have the following amount in stock. For Jar Multi Industries, otherwise known as Jar Cement, currently they have 19,000 metric tons of cement in stock. By mid-June, they will increase this volume to 29,000 metric tons. And by the end of June, they will further increase this stock to 36,660 metric tons. And in the first week of July, they will have 39,000 metric tons. Now for Gasem Limited, they currently have 6,500 metric tons of cement in stock. And by the 15th of June, they will have 15,000 metric tons of cement in stock. Salam currently has 70,200 metric tons in stock. Furthermore, the ministry also wants to inform the public and retailers of cement, in particular the wholesale price of cement by local factories have not changed since the introduction of the measure, the policy which was introduced to pay 180 in tax at the border. That the wholesale price of 42.5 R of cement at Jar Multi Industries remains at $335 per 50 kilogram bag, and for Gasem is $388 per 50 kilogram bag for the 42.5 R cement. And the wholesale price of the 2.5 R of cement from Salam is $330 per bag. The ministry wishes to reiterate that the quality of local cement is consistent with international standards. The ministry therefore calls on all importers, distributors and retailers as well as all other stakeholders to directly contact the factories and take advantage of the opportunities created by the cement value chain to support their business and livelihoods. The ministry also further wishes to inform the public that yesterday the ministry had a meeting with the Cement Importers Association. The cement importers are those who import cement from Senegal, and currently their trucks are stranded at the border. They had a meeting yesterday with the ministry and the minister, and they are meeting today. And the ministry wishes to inform you that they are hopeful that there will be a favorable outcome from that meeting, which will inform the government public either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. But they wish to confirm that the meeting was very successful and there will be a very favorable outcome, favorable to both the Gambian government, the cement importers, and the Gambian population at large. The second press release has to do with the deployment of governors and DPSs. A press release came from the Office of the President through the Office of the Spokesperson that governors have been redeployed as DPSs in certain ministries and DPSs deployed as governors. This is in line with government's commitment to ensure efficiency and service delivery at the decentralized structures. This, it is hoped, that will inject expertise and experience at both directions. That the governors with their experience at the local level dealing with local communities will bring the much needed expertise and experience at the policy making level. But also DPSs with their technical experience will take policy and decision making experience and expertise to the decentralized level. But also in line with government's commitment to ensure gender parity, this also goes to fulfill that commitment. That is why the governors that were redeployed or deployed, 3 of them are women. Now, the other update is from the Office of the President. The President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, commends Gambians and friends of the Gambia on the successful hosting of the 15th OIC Summit in Banjul. His Excellency President Barrow commends and congratulates all Gambians, residents, and our friendly nations for the successful hosting of the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia from the 4th to the 5th of May 2024. The President extends his heartfelt appreciation to the OIC Secretariat, the security institutions, the National Environment Agency, National Disaster Management Agency, municipal councils, and other stakeholders, including the press and the media, for their professionalism, commitment, and outstanding performance before, during, and after the summit. As the chairperson of the OIC for the next 3 years, the President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, reaffirms his commitment to steering the organization in the right direction while projecting the Gambia's global image as a champion of democracy, a beacon of good governance, and respecter and defender of the rule of law. The impressive social and infrastructural developments across the country in preparation for the summit will serve as an enduring legacy of His Excellency's National Irua program. President Barrow therefore extends sincere gratitude to all Gambians for their demonstrated loyalty and tremendous support, reflective of their true sense of patriotism. He urges all Gambians to maintain peaceful coexistence and unity under the one Gambian flag for the continued development of our dear nation. The release ends. The final update has to do with the President's tour. If you have been following the news recently, the President embarked on a nationwide tour where he did two things, or three perhaps. One is to take stock of Gambia's local industries. We all know that there's a global living crisis, inflation. Inflation is a global problem. Now, the only solution to this is to ensure we build our local industries and rely less on importing the goods and the services within this country. The President, in his drive to industrialize this nation, took stock of the industries in this country. He visited agro farms to understand the agro value chain, the onion farms, the potato farms, the water bottling farms, and the drinks bottling farms, and other factories and industries in this country, both in rural and urban Gambia, to understand what they are doing, how they are doing, and also how they can work with government to support them to ensure that we ensure food self-sufficiency. During the tour, the President also inaugurated 5 well-equipped, state-of-the-art health centers in rural Gambia, in Kiang, Jali, in Basse, Tumana, and Mankamankonda, in Jokadu, and in Baribu, Salikene. These health care centers are to serve rural communities to ensure they have access to quality and dignified health care, particularly for women and children. State-of-the-art, well-equipped, dignified health care centers to serve rural communities. Also, in line to promote education, because the President believes that education is the bedrock of development, he also inaugurated some very important classrooms and computer labs in rural Gambia. In Koidu, amongst others, in Tumanna, in Numuyel, and other places across the country. The government thanks MRC Holland Foundation for the support and their partnership with government for making this possible. A lot of classrooms were inaugurated in our drive to ensure that education is accessible to every Gambian, no matter where you are born in this country. And this is in line with government's national development plan to ensure that every Gambian has access to quality education, no matter where you are in this country. These are updates from government, and I thank you all for coming to this very important press conference. I'll hand over to the government spokesperson who will chair the press conference. Thank you.